so much for joining me on my program once again. I appreciate you wherever you're joining me from. I say good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Accept my greeting according to your time zone. If you have not subscribed to my channel, please kindly subscribe to my channel. Click the notification bell so that you'll be notified anytime I upload a video. You can be among the first to receive it. Then go to the comment section at all times. Leave your comment, drop your contribution. If you have suggestions, make it out there. If you have any criticism, put it down on the comment section. It will make us to get better, presenting you a better program. Thank you so much. We know their gimmicks. That's it. Their template is Nigerian template is not easy to know. Nigerian template. When they come with their blackmail, it is not easy. It's only the foolish ones that will pretend not to know what is happening. It's only those who are not paying attention. But those of us that are following events of the attitude of Nigerian government, you cannot underestimate them. We know what they can do. We know what they can do. Anytime they are losing, they resort to the lowest. They go to the lowest of lowest to cause havoc, take innocent life, create chaos everywhere. That is what they do. They have done it time and time again. They do it against their citizens. Today, they are involving international communities to blackmail IPOB. And you think that that is not going to change anything. Instead, it will fasten the coming of Biafra. And that is why I tell you, anything they do, whether good or bad, for us it will turn to good. Whatever the zoo do today to hurt Biafran people, we turn around to become an advantage for us. And there's nothing you can do about it. Any attack they bring against us, whatever challenge they bring against us, whatever they do against us, it will turn out for good for us. It will turn out for good. That is the template we are playing today. That is the situation. It doesn't matter whether you agree with it or you don't agree with it. It doesn't matter whether you buy the idea or you don't buy the idea. Whatever you think, have in your head, that is the obvious truth. That all things will work for our good. Everything will work for the good of Biafrans. Because we are standing on the path of truth. We are not chasing anybody's land. We are not chasing anybody's life. We are not chasing anybody's property. What we are demanding for is our own freedom. And the territory that we are protecting is our own territory. Biafran territory. That is where we are protecting. We are not tampering with anybody's land. We know our boundaries. And we are protecting and securing our boundaries. It doesn't matter what they do. Including those who are working for them, who are Biafrans and are working for the caliphate. Including those who have made themselves a willing tool in the hand of the caliphate. Everything you do against Biafra will fall back to you. Every blackmail you bring against Biafra will fall back to you. Every time you make a move to make sure that you kill the struggle, you take your own life. That is the obvious truth. Take it or leave it. Time has come when people have to wake up. We have been crying for a very long time. Our Supreme Namazin Nandekano have spoken of this very moment for a very long time. He cried, he shouted, he preached, he begged, he cried. Nobody paid attention. Some people were busy calling him names. Some were busy attacking him. But today, look at it. All they are hearing today is that he said it, he said it, he said it. Yes, he said it. But did you listen? You never listened. Today, everything is coming to reality. And even in the reality of today, some people are still pretending not to see what is happening. Time has gone when we beg people. We don't beg anybody at this time. If they play, they show. Whatever you sow, you are going to reap. There's no time you can sow yam and you reap cocoyam. You cannot sow cassava and you reap something else. No. Whatever you sow is what you're going to reap. In this present time that we are in. Whatever you put in is what you're going to get. That is why every one of us have to wake up and sit up. It can no longer be business as usual. We need to rise up. Rise up from your slumber. Rise up from your sleep. Wake up and stand up. Be yourself and do that which you're supposed to do. Some of them are busy. Instead of them focusing on the real enemy, you are busy looking at your own brother. Some are busy attacking those who are working for them. You see pastors in their churches preaching against the struggle. You see some who call themselves prophets giving false prophecies. Some of them giving false prophecies against Biafra. False prophecies, and some of them are talking against people who want to ask for their freedom. Legitimately, genuine people asking for their own freedom. Even when they have seen all the evil happening, they kept silent. I can tell you that even the Biafra people are fighting for these same people who are castigating us. Today, you saw the bill they are passing in the House of in the Senate. You see the bill they are passing. It has gone the first reading and second reading, and all your pastors are there. Your reverends are there. You have Christians over there. They are not contesting it. They want to regulate Christianity in Nigeria. They want to pass a bill to regulate Christianity in Nigeria. In a government that is made up of all Muslims. You have a Muslim president, a Muslim vice president. You have every offices, major offices occupied by Muslims. And they want to regulate Christianity. And what excuse do they give? The excuse they give is the most annoying one. The excuse is that Christianity is radicalizing Nigerians. That is the excuse they give. That the Christianity is radicalizing Nigerians. For that, they are regulating Christianity. I want you to listen very well. This is not regulating religion. If they are regulating religion, it is a different thing. If they are regulating religion, every religion inclusive, both traditional religion, both to Islam or both to Christianity, if you are regulating religion, it's a different issue. But this one, they thought they want to regulate Christianity. And who are those who want to regulate Christianity? The Muslims. They are the one in charge of everywhere. They are the one in the Senate. They are the one in the House of Representatives. They lead the Senate, they lead the House of Representatives. Every important post in Nigeria is in their hand. They occupy all the important posts. They are there. The decision making, they are the one making decisions. And they came out and they say they want to regulate Christianity. Yet you didn't see anything wrong in it. Yet you don't believe that Islamization has already succeeded in Nigeria. When we are talking that Nigeria has been fully Islamized, you don't believe it. It is happening before your own eye. You can't even contest it. You can't even contest it. You have lawmakers who claim to be Christians. They have been bought over, every one of them. Every one of them have been bought over. And you see the blackmail that we come with, that Christianity is radicalizing the citizens. Tell me, Christianity and Islam, which one is radicalizing each other? Which one is much more radical than the other? How many times have you heard that a pastor was preaching for people to go and destroy a place? How many times have you seen that pastors are held responsible for any havoc in that contraption called Nigeria? How many times have you heard that? But we have seen people who preach violence in the open, who endorse violence in the open. We have seen imams that came out and endorsed violence. Even when an innocent life is taken, they endorse it. And yet, they don't term that as radicalizing. Where they focus their attention is on Christianity. And those of them who call themselves general overseers, those of them who are quick to attack the Biafra people, those of them who are very quick to make reference to agitators, they are all there, they are silent. They are not even talking about it. I have seen so many of them make video. I never hear any of them make video about this very issue I'm talking about. This law has passed first reading and second reading. There's no protest against it. Nobody is speaking against it. And ask me who is going to speak against it. Already they are now endorsing the Muslim ticket. They are endorsing the presidency. And even before they enter, they are now showing you signs of what will happen. They are giving you signs of what is going to happen. And I bet you that the person that will sign this bill and pull this bill order will be your fellow Christian. The person that will sign this bill and make sure that it happens will be a fellow Christian. Now you see the role Akpabio is going to play. You see the role Akpabio is going to play. The only reason why they are forcing Akpabio to be the Senate president is because Akpabio is a criminal. And Akpabio will obey every single thing they tell him to do. He will never say no. Akpabio can never contest anything that is brought before his table. They know it. That is how the Fulanis choose people who they give appointment. And that is why you see it's like you see the same people being rotated, coming back and go front. That's why you saw Ekperemadu being in the Senate for more than 20-something years. Is Ekperemadu the only educated person in his area? He is not. Is he the only qualified person in his area? He is not. But he continued to come again and again and again because the caliphate is preparing him for something. The same way now they have prepared Akpabio, and there is the same way they prepared Tinubu. The dead man walking that they want to swear in. That dead man, that is the same way they prepared him. They robbed him with corruption all over him. They make sure that his own corruption is exposed to the whole world and everybody. Everybody can see it clearly. And at the end of the day, they tell him that the only rescue you have is to obey us. You be in the presidency, have an immunity, and leave. Be a president, have immunity, and you stay alive. But you must do everything we tell you. And he signed up for it. That is why today you see them supporting Tinubu. Are they supporting Tinubu because he's qualified? Of course no. Are they supporting him because he's healthy? No. Are they supporting him because he is one that's supposed to be there? No. Are they supporting him because he's the best candidate? No. They are supporting him because he's an instrument in their hand. Look at all the cabinet people they are choosing. Akpabio, Senate President. Another fraudster, a criminal, that his case is before the whole world. Every Nigerian knows Akpabio as a criminal. The EFCC themselves still have a case on him, but they want to make him a Senate President. Somebody who still have a case with the EFCC. The dead man, the drug baron that you made a president, want to use him as a Senate President. And you don't see danger. You still stand up and you talk of one Nigeria. You don't see danger. I'm sorry for you. I'm sorry for you. Your situation is irredeemable and we can't help you. Your situation is irredeemable. As for we Biafrans, we will continue to speak. We will continue to make our voice heard. We will continue to stand our ground. As Mazin Nandekana said, for us, consistency is the key. We will continue to be consistent until our freedom is confirmed. We will continue to be consistent until our freedom is confirmed. No man born of a woman can stop us from doing what we want to do. It doesn't matter what anybody thinks. It doesn't matter what they do. It doesn't matter their area of occupation. It doesn't matter which angle they are coming from. We are going to make sure that our voice is being heard. Our freedom cannot be traded for anything. If you think your blackmail will make Biafrans to change their direction, you're wasting your time. No amount of blackmail will make us to retrace our steps of asking for freedom. Because it is very clear for every Biafran, even Biafran child, mothers, fathers, elderly, they know that the only faith they have is Biafra. It's only in Biafra that they'll be taken care of. Only in Biafra that they can have a meaningful life. Only in Biafra they can have safety and security. They know it very well. And every Biafra, we are all ready to pursue that freedom until we get it. The stage we have gone today, there's no return. I said, Nana kind of said we have reached a land of no return. long, long ago, let alone now. Now that we have stepped out of the range, today that we have moved ahead, and we have stepped into so many places. The area that we are today, it's not where we were yesterday. Our Prime Minister is making a bold step, opening doors, heavy doors that are being shut. Diplomatic discussions going on a daily basis. Can you imagine the kind of diplomatic move that made them to begin to blackmail Biafrans, that made them to go and attack United States envoy in order to frame Biafrans? That is how desperate these people are. And I hope the world is watching. The world is watching. All this, what they are doing is confirming the fact that Nigeria needs to be ended. The only thing that can save the world and save Nigeria is disintegration. If you don't do that, you are building a fertilizing ground for terrorists. Already, the Nigerian government is not hiding it. Their sponsorship of terrorists is what they are doing openly. Nigerian government, they are not hiding their sponsorship of terrorists. They do it openly, support them financially, support them in all manner, morally, they support in every angle, they support them. Look at the vice president-elect going to meet the bandit. Somebody that was just elected, he went to meet the bandit and take picture with them. They were smiling and enjoying themselves. That is how he is preparing to come to Asorock. His preparation to come to Asorock is to go and meet bandits and thank them for their job well done. And here you are, hoping for a better nation. Here you are, dreaming that tomorrow is going to be better. Here you are, deceiving yourself. Oh, it is going to be better. It will never get better. It will get worse. Whether you like it or not, whether you take it or you leave it, it is going to get worse. That is the bitter truth. It is going to get worse than you can ever imagine. That is where we are heading. I just pray that every one of us have to wake up. As for the Biafran people, we are grateful that Chukwu Okigame loves us so much that he gives us information, let us to know things that will happen when they have not happened. Chukwu Okigame always put us ahead. We lead and other people follow. Except for some who have refused to face reality. Some who are scared of the unknown. Some who have been so fraudulent, they have sink themselves into fraud that they cannot be able to. They are now scared to survive out of fraud. They can't survive without fraud. These are the ones that are today fighting our people. Fighting from all angles, distracting our people and disrupting everything. But no matter what happens, we cannot be distracted. We cannot be distracted. You're welcome, my beloved brother Dennis Okara. Thank you so much for joining. I appreciate you. Thank you for coming. So every one of us have to sit up. Wherever you are, sit up. Sit up. Don't get distracted. No amount of blackmail can distract the Biafran people. No amount of blackmail against the children of Chukwu Okigame can distract us. It's a waste of time and energy. It's a waste of time. You have done that for more than a decade. And yet we are waxing strong. You blackmailed Mazin and kind of blackmail him. It didn't work out until you went ahead and kidnapped him. Still, it didn't work out. Biafra is still waxing strong and progressing. And you don't want to give up. Today, you are still coming back with blackmail. And you think your blackmail will lead you anywhere. Your blackmail cannot lead you anywhere. Your blackmail, it will never lead you to anywhere. You will never succeed. You're wasting your garden time. The earlier you wake up and face reality, the better for you. The earlier you wake up and face reality, the better for you. As for we Biafrans, our freedom is sure. We are going to be free. Whether you like it or you don't like it, whether you accept it or don't accept it, we are going to be free. Chukwu Okike is going to set us free. And our freedom is sure. Very, very sure. It doesn't matter what you say, it doesn't matter what you do, it doesn't matter your blackmail, your propaganda that you are pushing from east with. You cannot stand. You cannot stand. No matter what, you cannot stand. We will overcome all of it. We shall overcome all of it. From A to Z, we shall overcome them. As you open the gate of hell, that gate of hell will swallow you. As you continue to go after the Biafran people, you are going to fall. All those blackmail you are planning and propaganda, it cannot stand. It can't stand. Every one of you have to know that the Biafran people, we are not part of Nigeria and we don't want to be part of it. We don't have anything to do with it. So quit trying to put us into Nigerian problem is a waste of time. The only thing that bothered us today is to get out of Nigeria. The exit is where we are. How to exit Nigeria, that is where we are. But for you to try to include us in your so-called solution to your one Nigeria, you are wasting your time. Don't include us in your solution. The only place you can call us when you talk about the disintegration of the Nigeria, we are there. Conduct a referendum. We cast our vote. Whatever be the result of the vote, so be it. That is where we stand, and that is where we continue to stand. So for you to begin to come with your blackmail and propaganda and try to match us with your evil plans and all that, you are wasting your garden time. It is not going to work. It's not going to work. So you better quit pushing those blackmail and propaganda. You better quit all those your plans. Quit. Don't push it before us, because it's not going to hold water. It's not going to stand. No matter how you try, it is not going to stand. Biafrans have made our one clear. Right from the time of our Supreme Mazen Nandekano. Mazen Nandekano made the desire of the Biafrans clear. And if you don't know, we are consistency personified. The only thing we are asking for is freedom. Total freedom. Absolute freedom from the zone. We are not asking for presidency. We are not asking for Senate. We are not asking for restructuring. We are not asking for any post resource control. No. What we are demanding for is self-determination through a referendum. Conduct a referendum. After the referendum, if the Biafran people choose to be there, then and then alone you can begin to talk. But without a referendum, whatever you are putting on the table is a waste of time. Whatever you are putting on the table is a waste of time. The only thing that is in our heart today is referendum. Give us a referendum. It means you are the most confused human being on the planet Earth. Because the Biafran people know that the only man today to listen to, the only man that is still standing strong, speaking the voice of, giving Mazen Nandekano a loud voice is Mazen Simon Ekpa. Mazen Simon Ekpa is the only man giving Mazen Nandekano a voice. Go and check every of his program. Go and check what he's doing. Do not put your mind on propaganda and blackmail. Go and check what he's doing. The ones he's showing to you. Just spend your time, scroll and check the ones he has showed to you. But I'm telling you, if Chukwu Okike can open your eyes and you see how far Mazi Simon Ekpa is going for Biafra, you'll be praying for him every minute of the day if you're a Biafran. If you're a genuine Biafran, and Chukwu Okike open your eyes to show you how far Mazi Simon Ekpa is going for Biafra of today, you will have every reason to pray for him every minute of the day. When I see people who come around to talk, I know it's either they are envious, they are jealous, or they are angry for one thing or another. There's nothing wrong in being angry. You can be angry, you can be offended, but in that your anger, can you please calm down? Do not destroy what you cannot be able to build. In that your anger, can you control your anger and focus on the bigger picture? Human being normally can get angry, but when you get angry, can you please Can you please focus on the bigger picture? Now that it has become very clear that you cannot walk along with Master Simon Ekpa, you cannot follow his speed, or maybe you don't like his methodology. Can you now please organize those people who like your own methodology and begin to pursue Biafra, pursue our freedom? Mazen Nnamdi Kanu gave that word, and he said, anything you know you can do to make sure that Biafra comes, go ahead and do it. All I want is Biafra. Give me Biafra. It doesn't matter how it comes. Master Simon Ekpa, our Prime Minister, also said the same thing. That if you know you can get Biafra in one way or the other, go ahead, pursue it in that way that you understand. Our Prime Minister said that if you get Biafra before us, we will meet you in Biafra land. If we get it before you, we will equally meet in Biafra land. And the law of the land will decide who was right and who was wrong. Is that not enough for you? Why don't you focus on the bigger picture? Why are you spending your precious time and energy on things that are meaningless? Fighting a battle you know that you cannot win. A battle you know that in the next 100 years you cannot win. Why don't you spend that your energy? There are so many things to talk about in this very struggle. There are so many things, so many sensitization to make. Today you see what is happening. You see that in every step we make, that the caliphate brings a propaganda against us. In every move we make, as we are making waves, as the whole world is now speaking about Biafra, as they are seeing our steps that we are taking, they are not relenting, they are not relaxing. They are planning their own, bringing blackmail and propaganda. The latest one now is the one, the attack in Anambra State. And you saw what I posted on my Facebook. You saw what I posted. That the governor of Anambra State said that he is not aware. He is not aware that any U.S. envoy were coming to Anambra State. A governor. You are coming for a humanitarian aid in his own state, and the governor was not informed. What sort of humanitarian aid are you coming for? That the governor was not informed. And if it were such a top secret that the governor would say, how then did he manage to go to the IPOB or ESN that he said they came and will lay you and blocked you, and they came and wait for you? But for a governor to come and tell that he is not aware that an international body entered his state coming for humanitarian aid, that should ring a bell. These are events we have to open up and begin to talk about. Our spokesperson, Master Simon Ekpa, have taken the lead. Every time they bring those blackmail against Biafra, he takes the lead. He stands against it. And he speaks. While other people are busy sending their propaganda, he is busy making meaningful points at all times. Giving us points. How long shall we continue to distract ourselves? Every Biafra, I am begging you in the name of Chukwu Abiyama, except you don't want your freedom, which I know there are people who doesn't want the freedom. There are some people who are very comfortable in this fraudulent entity called Nigeria. There are some people who already, they know that it is only through this fraudulent means that they can be able to survive.